Hi, my name's Adam. I'm from JIE Search. I want to sort of look at a couple of points today. Firstly, to help you understand what the role of the recruiter is. We sometimes get a interesting profile on the market, but we can actually help you find positions. I also want to talk about the positioning of your CV, especially as a high-performing salesperson, because you need to be on point, you need to have a message, and as Johnny just said, the market is very different to what it used to be, but you need to be in a position to put yourself at the top of any shortlist. So firstly, the role of a recruiter. I like to see myself as a recruitment Sherpa, a champion, someone that can help candidates find the ideal job. We position our candidates with our clients. But I think one thing which we need to sort of stress here is the clients come to us because they may be looking for a particular individual. Therefore, they haven't, as Johnny said, they don't want to receive an inbox full of CVs for an advert. They might want a particular profile. So what we're here to do is to help you get positioned correctly with the client. And we do that mostly through the CV and the LinkedIn profile. What we also do is we support you through the interview process. And we'll be talking about the interview process towards the back end on the panel side. But we want to guide you through that process. So number one, you've done the right preparation. You're also prepared to actually ask questions to the hiring manager or talent acquisition. Yesterday, I actually did an event with some year 11 girls over at a school in Hertfordshire, where I was teaching them how to do interviews around getting to sixth form colleges and apprenticeships. The most important thing for them was preparation, but also the most important thing for anyone applying for a job is preparation. You can't wing it. If you're not prepared for the questions, how are you going to answer them? So what I want to do is to be able to talk about how we're going to get the job and how you're going to get to the top of that shortlist. The first thing you need to do is, I think, be reasonable. Do I have the right skills to be able to do that job, or am I just hoping I'm going to get that job? You're better off applying for a job which fits your criteria rather than just sending a CV to a job which you think, I might have a chance of getting that. Because if you do, as Johnny said, it's just going to sit in the inbox and it's not going to go anywhere. If you can be in a situation where your CV, your LinkedIn profile, it stands out and is like, yes, I want to talk to that person, you've got a greater chance to get in that position. So what we need to be looking for is a CV that stands out. So one question which I'd like everyone to ask themselves when they're writing their CV is, can I make a difference? Do I stand out? Am I actually showing all the skills that I've got? So you need to ask yourself, am I doing that every single time I'm sending it to a job? If you're in a situation now and you're saying, I'm not getting any results from the applications I'm having, you've got to think, okay, am I applying to the right jobs, or am I not positioning my CV correctly? So if we look at the second point, am I not positioning my CV correctly? Talent acquisition and hiring managers are looking for three things when it comes to hiring salespeople. They want to see A players, they want to see high achievers, and they want to see hunters. I've also heard them called lions. But you need to be in a situation that you can demonstrate that you have this on your LinkedIn profile and your CV. It may only take a decision maker 30 seconds to rule in or rule out your profile. So what do we need to do? We need to focus on the positive sides of your CV. That's positive actions, sales achievements, and also the results. If you're putting the right things on the CV to say, yes, I'm a high achiever, yes, I'm an A player, yes, I can generate new business, you're going to get ticks in the box there. You're going to get someone say, yes, I want to look at that CV. As a new business hunter, as a high performer, you should be very proud of your achievements. I hear this sometimes, well, I'm not allowed to put the actual deal on the CV. I'm not allowed to do this. On your CV is your tender document. It's so someone can see, yes, am I achiever, am I not achiever? If you can't, or if the deal that you did is not in the public domain, you can just mention it. If you've done a deal with a large telecoms company that is a large mobile vendor, you can just say, okay, I did an X number deal with a telco player. You don't have to go into too much detail if it's going to get you into trouble, but you need to be able to demonstrate that I've done a deal. So what's the purpose of the CV? So if we take a backtrack, the purpose for you is to be able to get an interview. But the purpose of what we need to be looking at is, okay, are you attracting any interest in your profile? Are you creating a conversation? Do you have the points to show that you can do the job? On many occasions, I see a cut and paste job description where someone says, I was a sales leader for ABC company. These are my responsibilities. To be honest, most sales jobs have the same responsibilities. There will be different roles if you're an SDR or a BDR. There'll be different roles if you're new business. There'll be different roles if you're doing alliances. Yes, we can elaborate on that. But as a salesperson, you need to demonstrate that you're successful, because then you're going to be able to be in a situation that you can be on top of the list. I know you might say to me, okay, well, COVID's hit my market. I've had a difficulty. Yes, people are going to take into consideration how that is going to affect your figures. We had the same situation in 2007, 2008, 2009, when we had the financial crash. So you've got to think the market is always going to be affect how I'm going to perform. However, how do I stand out in this tough market? If you stand out positively, people are going to want to talk to you. So what you need to be doing is look at the structure of your CV. You've got to think, okay, I need to know, firstly, the basic details, the contact details, who you are. But what also I like to understand it is a bit of a profile about you. So we should be looking at an understanding of what you are like a person. But primarily, I'm going to give you a list of things that you need to be looking at putting on your CV. Okay, number one, we need to be looking at targets versus achievements, placing them in the years that you've done them. We need to be looking at career achievements. Did you go to President's Club? Were you given an award for a certain deal? These things are important because they're good conversational points. You need to be able to demonstrate some of the deals that you've done, because if you're going for a specific role that wants you to demonstrate experience with a certain vertical and you've done a deal with the major organization in that vertical, it's a plus point, it's a tick point. And it's a great conversation point. So therefore, if you have a specific territory, put it onto your CV, because again, if you've got the relevant experience and it's an attraction to the actual person who's going to be interviewing, you should put it on there. You should also put, if you've got specific sales methodology, if you've done any specific training, because some organizations prefer to have a certain methodology. If you've got that certain methodology, it will give you an advantage in the interview. Finally, you do need to put a description on there, but you don't need to make it 7 or 8 points. It needs to be simple, because as I said before, you could be lost in the first 30 seconds. If you've got a 9-10 page CV, are they honestly going to read the 9-10 pages? They're going to scan it, have a quick look. Is it worth it? Because they've also got another 30 CVs that have just appeared in their inbox in the last 5 minutes. So you need to show that you've got the right relevant skills, the right relevant knowledge, and the right relevant ability to be able to get the job done. But also we need to find about you. So if you've got any interesting hobbies, if you like doing certain things, I coach football. I love doing that. I put that on my profile. I like cooking. I put that on my profile. Because again, you're getting the personal bond from the particular person. The LinkedIn profile is different. The LinkedIn profile, I would not put your sales figures on there. It's a social platform. It's to demonstrate that you understand primarily social selling, how you position yourself, how you can get attracted. And the person probably to talk to you about that is going to be Johnny, and I would ask you to attend his courses because he will be able to position that. But again, the LinkedIn profile is about you, particularly position yourself socially. So therefore, you should be demonstrating activity. Who do you follow? What posts you put on there? Have you actually commented? Again, it's all about getting yourself known and seen. So what I'm going to do is I've just got 2 more points to follow. I actually ran a survey over the last 2 months, and I surveyed over 150 sales leaders that I know. And I asked them one question. And that question is, do you expect to see sales figures, sales achievements, and deals on a CV? Of those 150 people, 86 said yes to all 3. So if 86% of those 150 people are expecting sales figures, achievements, and deals on the CV, and you don't put those on your CV, what would you expect to happen to your CV? Do you think it will be at the top of the pile, or do you think it'll be deleted? Today's market's tough. So finally, what I'm going to do is my website has been placed in the chat. I have a link on my website. If you want to go and quickly click onto that, I can then send you a document, and I'm going to briefly outline the points that I've made today. And I'm happy to send that to you free of charge, no cost, no nothing. All I need is your email address. And what we'll do is we'll have that to you by Monday. So when you're putting your CV together, you can see all the necessary points that I've mentioned today, so you can hopefully get to the top of the pile when applying to all your jobs. So thank you for your time. If you've got any questions, we will have the networking later.